from where my dad called just now.
Jay Brown, mixing it to Bo. Nice. Just looking to set the mark. A little bit of contact, not to just get a Nat's hand. Nat finds Candace in the other end of the field. Able to use that lateral movement to drive the offense. Jesse finds Hayden back to Jesse. Jesse faking that inside flick. Sees Bettle. Bettle back to Jesse. Unfortunate drop on the pick there. And a big bid by Desjardins, but it's just out of her reach. That swing pass sails out of bounds.
When are you going to pick it up on the sideline, just about 10 yards out from her end zone?
And this is one of these opportunities, one of these rare mistakes by RC that Hey Girls is going to need to capitalize on if they want to close this gap. Swing, Bannister, back to T-Camp. T-Camp really driving this offense right now. Some excellent defense by Ballantyne in the end zone. And puts up the hammer. And Deschaine catches. A little bit of discussion there. No call.
Looks like RC is doing a split stack, something they've been working on all weekend.
Puts it up.
Always reeling it in. That Andrew Johnston looking great.
He's never looked better.
Very true.
Fair.
Drew making moves on Andrew Johnston. Shout out to Drew, in fact, actually. He's currently looking after my knee. Wish I was on the court, but keeping to his advice and not doing that.
That'll disc. Puts up a saucy around backhand. And not in called. Calls that she had the disc before she jumped.
Would definitely agree with that.
T-Camp showing some patience with the disc, able to find Bettle.
Bettle and T-Camp working really well together. Obviously have a lot of experience playing together.
Spicy blade in there for Bettle. Able to connect for the point and convert on RC's error.
Jill being very patient with the disc. Ooh, unfortunately throws it right to Wendy. Forgot she's not on her team this weekend, I guess.
Travel called.
Travel called. I wasn't really watching, not sure. You can always watch the replay.
Looks like Wendy might have had it on the first pump fake, but after the pump fake might have lifted her foot off the ground, which initiated the travel. Fakes the throw that she threw before and hits the around flick.
Oh, you know that's going to be in. That's money. Maggie picking it up, a little unusual. You'd think that McPhail would, but Maggie's been making some spicy throws today. Jess gets in the backfield. She's looking. She wants to shoot.
A lot of patience in the face of this tight Hey Girl defense. McMichael
wide open in the end zone.
Converts on some sort of miscommunication or coach defense and finds Weld for the goal.
I think Hey Girl was so focused on guarding the unders that they forgot that someone can still run deep.
Jesse shoots,
nice
finds the Shen. Those two players proving that they're threats with the disc in their hands, whether it's leaving their hands or entering it. A timeout called by RC. 11 minutes remaining in this game.
something interesting going on during this finals is that we're actually doing a fantasy for Salty. So you can see that there's some people there recording stats on the sideline. So what they're recording is they're recording both the good and the bad stats for both teams, and then people place bets beforehand to see who's going to perform the best. It'll be interesting to see. I think that the work by RC especially has been very much, the whole team is contributing. So I think everybody's going to have some very good stats. So we'll see who picked who. We just got an update on the score. I believe it was 29-12 for RC.
A lot of superstars on this RC team, but they're not playing as individuals, really having a lot of chemistry. And as you said, Kelsey, really everyone's getting the job done. A lot of unselfish play here, as people are willing to not be the ones to throw the points or catch them.
Nobody has too much of end zone eyes. They're all being very patient.
And as we say that quickly, puts it up to Valentine.
Far out of bounds. They were battling underneath it, but it really didn't matter. It just went out of bounds. And I think actually that they should take the disc in further up the field if I were to guess, but they did not.
Well, since the defensive player made a play on the disc and they made contact with it, it has to come in at that point. If DeVoe would have let that go and taken a risk that Valentine could have made a play on it, it might have come back in at the other end of the field. But it does not matter as Deshen finds S. Brown. Downtown. Siobhan Brown.
Just with the disc in the middle of the field. She wants to shoot it, but she looks back, does the safe choice, passes it to Erica. Erica to Jill. Jill gets up there. She climbs the ladder for that one.
Sees McPhail.
Nice hands by McPhail. A risky throw. There's really a lot of confusion on the field for a second, but Maggie managed to get open. Coach looking great.
McPhail, not sure what throw she wanted to use to get to the wide open with Michael, but eventually settled on a nice, easy, popped up blade flick. Gets the job done. Bannister wide open for the reset. RC playing a little bit more of a loose defense strategy, allowing Hagerl to get the disc up to the other half of the field. Something they had success in shutting down early on, and T-Camp able to find Jessie Brown, who's proven to be a lethal weapon for this Hagerl offense.
Absolutely. I hope that some people picked Jessie Brown in their fantasy. I'm sure that they did, but she's been having an excellent game.
Fail, swings.
Surprised that Wendy didn't bite on that one, actually. It was a bit floaty. It was a really good Callahan opportunity for her.
Well done by Justine to use her body to put herself in a position where Wendy didn't really have an opportunity to jump that lane. Justine sees Valentine and connects for the score.
It looked like she hesitated for a moment, and I thought maybe that the moment was lost, but she actually just allowed the defender to sort of get back on their heels for a second, and then Lauren was wide open.
Lauren really using her speed to get that separation she needs, so even if there is that little bit of a miscommunication, it doesn't really matter. Seeing miscommunication or miscue on the other side, that one just out of the reach of who's been also a star player for Hagerl so far, Val Deshen. Barb signaling for a little head nod. Not sure what she's calling for, but patient offense here from RC. And Barb elevates for the goal.
For Burb, posting and roasting in the end zone for RC. Hagerl looking a little bit frantic. They're, I think they can tell that there's only 7.5 minutes left on the clock. Time's winding down.
There's an injury call on the play, so even though there was a turnover, the disc should go back as an injury call stops the play at the time the injury occurred, and not when the play is recognized as stop in the field.
So it was actually about 25 seconds ago. Adria flew off, she was trying to bid for something, she flew off the side of the field, and she actually went underneath Maggie's legs. You can see her over there with the bright sneakers on. She seems pretty shaken up. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but
I believe the RC players were playing a game of freeze tag, and Adria had to frantically unfreeze Maggie to save the game.
It's really good that she put her body on the line for the sake of freeze tag, because we all know that that's very important.
Oh, finds Nadia in the middle of the field. Sees Brown. Let's see if she can make something happen for this Hagerl offense.
It's a nice cut there.
There you go. Big pivot by Jay Brown to find Emily on the reset. Swing to Bannister. Hagerl using the lateral movement to open up this offense. Great grab by Jay Brown.
Yeah, you better believe that she's going to grab all those.
Jay Brown with the flick to Emily. Emily resets the T-camp.
Wendy's now in a lethal position. That's exactly what she wants. Nice catch in the end zone.
A hot, blady flick that Banners was able to come down with for the goal.
Justin gets a little tied up there for a second. Ooh, and then there's actually a little collision here between Maggie and Siobhan, I think it is. Like I said, the game is very intense. Everyone's very into it, so there is a little bit of contact, but everyone's being very spirited. Jay has it on the end zone line. Wendy's on the mark. Not sure what the count's at.
See Sim. Really hard to make a play under on Sim as she's always aggressively attacks these discs. Sim known for always aggressively attacking the disc, so it's going to take a lot of effort or a miscue by the thrower for these defenders to be able to make a play on her on the under.
Absolutely, she's definitely a force under and deep, and so you really can't pick one or the other to give her, because she's going to take whatever you give, and she's going to really capitalize on it. Erica on the mark. Lots of pressure there by Adria. Luckily, she was fine after her injury call.
Quick pitch to Jay Brown. Jay Brown swings to Roby. Roby back to Nadine in the middle of the field. Nice cut by Jesse Brown to get the disc, knock it on the end zone line.
Lots of pivoting happening. Looking for the right look, being patient.
And a heads-up play by Quigley to get the D.
And an injury called a weird twist there by Jessie. She immediately knew that it didn't feel right. It was just hopping off.
4.5 minutes to play in this gold medal match between RC and Hey Girl.
Adria with it on the line.
Dish to Valentine. Valentine with the disc. Valentine takes a free swing to McPhail. Dishes to Weld. Weld puts it up. Valentine gets up to snag that disc, and a quick score to Shea in the end zone. RC really playing to their strengths, which proves to be a lot of them right now. And Wendy puts it up, and Sim able to track it down and get up for that D. Just in, puts up to Shea. Shea runs it down for the goal.
Like I said before, RC's been playing together now. Obviously, well, they play together a lot on different teams, and then all weekend, each game, they're getting better and better. They're really getting to read each other better, and I think we've seen their peak now in terms of their communication and their work. They've really sorted out all their kinks.
That throw by Dechen. Don't think it quite came out the way she wanted it to. Now she's able to convert on the error by Hey Girl with a goal to Michael of the Bird. And Siobhan gets up for the goal over McMichael, who's been applying a lot of her pressure there, forcing Siobhan to get the disc at that highest point. And a huge bid by Jesse Brown. Not quite enough to get there.
Would have loved to see her connect on that one.
Just in with the disc in the middle of the field. Has Quigley. Nice and calm, keeping the tempo low. Tempo nice and low here. 2.5 to play. Valentine with the disc, trapped to the sideline. Has Quigley, moving up the line, knocking on the doorstep. Opts for the safe reset, back to Valentine.
Valentine has no mark. She can really do what she wants. Jesse Brown finally comes up.
Opts the dish back to Quigley. A nice upline cut for an easy goal.
A real lethal duo there with Adria and Justin. I talked about it yesterday as well, but they play together so much and in so many different tournaments, and so they can really anticipate what each other are going to do. Let's see what Wendy Teeham does with it on the line.
Yeah, back to the din.
Jess wanted that Callahan opportunity, but she couldn't quite get there.
Did. Michael putting a lot of pressure on there, but Bettle able to snag the disc. Puts it up to Bettle. 2 defenders in the area. Valentine gets up, forcing Wendy to also go up early as the disc sails over both their heads. Great defensive pressure by Valentine.
It's about 1.5 minutes left.
And a huge D by Bettle. Able to knock that one away from McMichael, who attempts for the second extra effort. Wendy, Shen to Bettle. Swings to Jay Brown. A little bit of hesitation, but it doesn't matter. She's able to still track it down. Finds the shot on the swing. Back to Brown. Nice grab by Brown. Puts up the hammer to Bolio. And Emily comes down with that one. McMichael not allowing a lot of room for error there, but Jessie Brown puts it exactly where a receiver needs it, and they come down with the goal.
Under a minute now, 45 seconds left. Jay has on the sideline. She has no mark.
Has McPhail.
She looks like she wants to shoot it. She's going to go for the safe bet.
Big around flick to it, goes in. He's able to capitalize by that separation in the end zone.
McPhail has thrown dozens of those around flicks this week, and they've all looked really good. Very sharp, right on the money. 15 seconds left. Let's see if they can get one more point at the end.
Another nice grab by Jessie Brown.
5 seconds left.
1 second remaining. And that's the game, everyone. We'll get a final score here for you shortly. Final score of 36 RC, 17 for Hey Girl. So who do you think the MVP should be?
It's really hard to say. I mean, like I said before, the RC squad has really just used everybody on their team. They've really made there was a lot of stars on the team, but no one acted like a star. They really used everyone. Jess Sims was really hard to defend in the end zone. Adria put up some really good looks. Kat McPhail so reliable. Maggie came down with so much. She had a lot of assists as well. I mean, Lauren Ballantyne had the play of the weekend for sure.
It's hard to argue with that. The amount of that pressure that Lauren Ballantyne was putting on, playing great defense, making very strong decisions with the disc. If I have a vote, I got to give it to Ballantyne. That was an incredible grab. Hopefully, we were able to get it on camera.
Absolutely, we'll see. In terms of the Moncton squad, I think they also played really, really well. T-Camp had some really cool looks. Bettle played really tight D. Jessie Brown made insane bids, as she always does. Yeah. I mean, like I said, there was a pretty big difference in the score, but it really didn't feel like that the entire game. It was super intense, super fun, and really good to watch. Yeah.
So if we have to give an MVP of the second place team, I think I would have to pick Jessie Brown. So hopefully we can get her in here for an interview.
Absolutely. Let's go over to the trophy ceremony.
Get the camera in the circle. Yeah.
Would you mind side?
All right, thank you so much. Hey girl, I love your shirts. Well, love it. Thank you for a fantastic final. We had so much fun playing against you. You're all very strong players. Thank you for pushing us really hard. We wanted to highlight one person today who is always extraordinary, and that's Jessie Brown.
But everyone played fucking suck.
Okay, I'm gonna talk. You guys, that was just simply extraordinary. Truly, like, you guys, I hope you watch that game and watch your beautiful throws, your beautiful space, like just throwing on a dime, burning marks. Like, it's just so beautiful, and to see a group of women from Halifax play so well. Like, actually, I shed a tear to think you guys all may not play together again, because you guys are super phenomenal, and it's just really beautiful to see that. It's really, really amazing. So, thank you for a great game. We believe we could kind of get there. But seriously, you guys, like, that's just so super impressive. You guys were bombing. Yeah, I really hope to see you guys play again. not in men's jerseys.
Yes,
However, seriously, you guys need to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome, just awesome. Yeah, take Jesse with you.
Oh shoot.
Women's Ultimate!
Jesse, let's get you both at the same time.
Yeah, my battery's going, so we gotta hurry up. Yeah.
Where do I have to stand?
Let's just stand.
Should we do? Should we look?
Yeah.
Like a fight? I like the fight.
Yeah. So why don't you guys just first that incredible layout grab in the end zone. Walk us through what was going on in your head in that play.
Oh, it's gonna hit the floor.
And you did.
Yeah, just got it.
Jesse, you had a lot of big plays. Weren't able to quite bring it back, but
No.
what do you think were some of the keys to success for RC in that game?
Their defense was unreal. We couldn't get open for like our first, second, third, and fourth cuts were usually all covered, and it made it pretty difficult.
What would you say about Hagel's play and how that final went for you guys?
I think it went really well. It was a lot of fun. You guys had great throws, great placement. I know you get to move me around on the mark a lot with your fakes. So.
A lot of fun to watch. Great play on both sides. So.
I think these were undeniably the MVPs for each team for this game. So excellent job, ladies.
Awesome. Thanks, Andrew and Kelsey. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for this.
Yeah.
Check us out on
Happy to be
Selfie.
here. All right. RC, first win ever. We're very proud of them. Probably the last, unless the ladies wear the jerseys again. So let's get one big cheer from RC to end it off.
A cheer?
Yep.
RC cheer.